An outdoor locked room mystery occurs when the environment itself excludes every logical path of travel. These specific, impossible conditions converged on the town of Quincy, Illinois, in November of 1878. 16-year-old Charles Ashmore stepped outside on a cold evening to fetch water, a routine task that would be his last. Fetching water was a simple chore, and its absolute normality provides a stark contrast for what the search party found just minutes later. When Charles failed to return, his father and sister immediately began a search of the property using an oil lantern. Tracking him was straightforward. A thin layer of fresh snow perfectly preserved his path away from the house. However, roughly halfway to the well, the trail went completely cold. The tracks abruptly and cleanly cease, leaving untouched snow ahead. The search party found a disappearance isolated to a single specific coordinate in the snow. To understand the scene, we must look at the physical constraints. Kidnapping is ruled out by the absence of dragging or struggle marks in the snow. There are no sliding marks or changes in pace suggesting he tried to run or jump. The family assumed he somehow reached the well and fell in, despite the lack of tracks leading there. However, the well was covered in thick ice that took hours to form, ruling out any possibility of a fall. The physical evidence of the property suggests that every conventional exit was impossible. 4 days after the disappearance, the family's focus shifted from the ground to the air. While searching near the well, Charles's mother heard his voice calling out to her. The voice was clear, but the words were incoherent, and the sound seemed to originate from shifting directions that no one could pinpoint. Over the following months, the phenomenon continued, with multiple neighbors and family members reporting the same disembodied calls. The voice grew progressively fainter and seemed to drift further away as the months passed, until it ceased entirely by midsummer. This leaves a mystery where the body vanishes instantly, but the voice takes months to fade away. The search for Charles Ashmore ended with no body, no suspects, and eventually total silence. To explain the gap between the instant physical vanishing and the months of lingering audio, some theorists suggest the event was a dimensional glitch. In this model, physical matter is deleted from our reality instantly, while the residual energy of a person's consciousness or voice slowly bleeds out over time. This 1878 case remains a fixture in the study of the unexplained because the physical conditions of the snow were so well documented by the witnesses. The documentation of the search leaves us with a mystery where the evidence doesn't point to a culprit, it points to a physical contradiction.